Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with a good friend, Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. And yourself?
I'm doing well. This might be seen as a controversial topic. So before we get into it, get that marketing thing done so I don't lose my train of thought.
No worries. Again, although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. So let's get it going.
Yeah. So this conversation is really going to be about, I guess right now, this is more of a hope.
Right.
So if people follow my channel, they're my students. They will know that last year I was like, best time ever to do flips, best time ever to do a BRRRR, right?
Mhm.
Rates were basically flat.
Mhm.
It was a great time. I have come out really, really hard against $1 million flips. Like if your median is 300 grand and you're flipping $1 million, I'm scared for
Right.
you.
Right.
But I've also come out really hard against BRRRR. I think
Right.
BRRRR is one of those things that sold is easy.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that made money when the market was going up, 20% a year. Even bad
Right.
operators made money.
Mhm.
My hope, because again, I see BRRRR in a flat market, BRRRR doesn't work very well. And in a flat market where we're seeing lenders change LTV, right? It used to be 75, now it really doesn't work, right? Especially if you borrow 100% of the money.
Ooh.
So this is a hope I have,
Mhm.
right? You hear from One Rental at a Time fans every week. My hope, fingers crossed, is very few of them are looking to do your BRRRR programs, because you have some lending programs that are specifically for BRRRR, right? Because it was great to do for years. It's just not great today.
Right.
So I want to hear, are people still doing BRRRRs, or they're more turnkey, or they're more buy and hold? What's going on?
Yeah,
With One Rental?
not so many BRRRRs from what I'm seeing. I mean, within recent memory, it's mainly this 50, 40, 10, loan structure that's been just taken off like wildfire. Because when you crunch the numbers and the circumstances allows, numbers don't lie.
Mhm.
It's a win-win for almost everybody involved. So other than that, no, I'm seeing a smaller number of BRRRR. Not so much borrowing our money to rehab. It might, they might buy the property, and the fact that we allow lower seasoning on the property, so you use the new higher appraised value after purchase. Versus conventional, you have to be at least 6 months seasoning. And then with us, it's normally 12 months unless you've done some rehab. So if you bought it and you got a good crew, you know what you're doing, and you bang out the work and rehab in 2 months, and there's enough sales comps to support the new ARV value, we'll take the new higher ARV value and cash out at 75%. So that does help, but not in this kind of market.
Yeah, so that's so good, because I just never know, right? Because and again, I don't know every market, right? I know one market pretty well, and the rest of this, I guess I know two markets, right? I know the Bay Area, okay. It's where I've lived for 50 years, and I know Fresno really well. But everything else is guesses, right? I talk to SoCal people all the time and East Coast, but so I'm glad to hear that. I really think, I think there's some people are going to go broke with BRRRR, because they're still remembering yesterday, and they're thinking about tomorrow, and not realizing that the world has changed and debt has changed and lenders get nervous and all of that.
I think it's the risk level at this point, I think, because again, even in hot markets like Florida, let's just say, right? I mean, I'm not going to throw any bad mojo, but they're kind of ripe for a bubble, so to speak, because values are going up so fast, so quickly. You're right. And so, when things happen, it's like straight back down. And so, the people that, oh no, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to just, put like 30K into it. And in like 3 months, when the value went up, 100 grand, like it did the last, 3 months, I'm just going to make this amount of money. And then,
appreciate folks. If you're in my course, if one of my followers, I want to say it one more time, and I'll probably say it hundreds of more times, but one more time today. I do not bet on, calculate, or ever forecast appreciation. If you've ever seen my spreadsheet, appreciation is not on any of the columns. I know it happens. I benefited from it, but I do not calculate it, use it. Yeah, not my thing. I've seen it burn too many people. Many people don't realize a refi appraisal is different than a purchase appraisal. Many people have unrealistic expectations, and it's all emotional, and it's just not my thing. So since I'm talking about one rental at a time, fans, and obviously the 50-40-10 is working, how about blanket loans? I'm hoping people realize what you've given people with blanket loans.
Well, again, the combination of the fact that we can do portfolio or blanket loans, and with the combination of this 50-40-10.
Oh, come on. Really?
Yes.
Somebody's reached out with a blanket. So again,
I've got a person right now. I mean, they've got such a unique first name. I don't want to give out too much, but yes. gentleman, it's a 30 unit portfolio.
Okay.
I guess I'll give you some of the parameters. It's a $5 million purchase for 30 properties.
Okay.
We're going to split them up into two portfolios of 15 and 15.
Two
so we
piles.
can manage it easier, right? Otherwise, 30 appraisals. So 15 and 15, but they're applying the same 50-40 setup to both of those.
All right.
And I think they might even do that interest only option on top of that.
Wow.
So not only are we able to do a portfolio, kind of loan structure, and apply this 50-40-10 split, so they get the lowest possible rate on that portfolio.
Wow. So they could have 10 years of interest only at 90%.
Pretty much.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Potentially, obviously, if you could, negotiate.
They got to
that's like what seller.
Yeah, that's all.
But still,
that's crazy. So again, people are doing portfolios and they're actually merging them together. That's cool. I didn't think about that.
With the savvier ones that know how to utilize, because again, it's just a tool, right? You give 10 people the same paintbrush set and tell them to paint a picture. They're all going to paint a different picture. It's all about user.
Dude, I'm going to pay somebody to paint my picture. It's not going to be me. I'm going to go find me an artist and have that painted.
The rate of subscriberships to your channel, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen pretty sooner than later. So congratulations on that too, Mike.
So, so again, if you don't know what a blanket loan is, sometimes called a portfolio loan, it's one loan over multiple assets. A lot of people watching this think that's a unicorn or Santa Claus or whatever. Because again, I chased portfolio loans for years because I hear experienced investors talk about them. Oh, go get a portfolio, go get a blanket loan. I could never find one.
Right.
Then Velocity Mortgage non-QM came to the rescue. So if you have one of those situations, right, again, that works great in markets where the average price is low, right?
Right.
Ohio, and not to pick on Ohio, but I hear it a lot. Average home's 50 or 60 grand. I want to buy 10 of them. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not going to get a Freddie Fannie loan because it's below the 50K loan.
Right.
Your credit card's not going to be able to charge them because your limit's not that high. But you go get a blanket loan, good to go, right? And now if the owner has them free and clear, you do a blanket loan 50-40-10. It gets nutty.
I know. Well, again,
that's
the
crazy.
savvier ones understand the utilization of that tool, and they can kind of, utilize it at their disposal given the circumstances, the resources, and what now they are aware of because they didn't know that this was available. Now, just a lot of excitement from the One Rental at a Time family and
so
subscribers and viewers. So
the last thing I want to remind people of is all of these things that we are talking about, whether it's duplexes through quads, apartments, commercial, 50-40-10s. These are all 30-year fixed rate debt. No. People, I bet you even after this video, I'm going to get somebody that says, is that really 30-year money? Yes. I have 30-year money from Velocity Mortgage on an apartment and an office building.
Right.
It's just go, right? You're used to 5-year adjustables and 25-year AMs. This is 30-year fixed. Again, right? I did a video about Arnold Schwarzenegger once to just totally take a right turn. Arnold Schwarzenegger often goes back and credits his first apartment hack in Southern California was setting up his career.
Could you imagine Arnold having this product back then?
Oh, geez. Can you imagine? Oh, my God.
He only had to put down 10%. He would have got a couple of apartments.
Yeah, nuts. So, again, he comes out. He's a bodybuilder. He saves up money. He house hacks a sixplex. Why is that important? Because, again, you can get 30-year money on an apartment. Arnold couldn't. He got a 5 or 7 or 10, whatever it was. And then he did a bunch of 1031s, and he was able to control his life, right? Make work optional, and then he could find the right role for his career. So
yeah, not just all brawn, but some brain.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to hear that One Rental at a Time is taking action. I'm really happy that not a lot of people are doing new BRRRRs. If you're exiting a BRRRR today, tough time. Rates are up.
Depending on the market, though. I mean, there are some markets that's still pretty strong. For now. I'm only being honest because, again, as a lender. But no, I would have to agree with you. Things are starting to kind of, turn in certain areas for sure. So
So again, folks, reach out. This is again about finding. Again, if you find a great deal, awesome. That's what that's what I teach. Learn, average, find great. Now we're giving you lending tools to keep going. So how do you want them to reach out?
Again, just email me sdao@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, the acronym ORAAT stands for One Rental at a Time. In the body of the email, brief description of what you're looking for, maybe the property type, address would be great, at least city and state if you can. Mid FICO score would also help. And then of course, the best number to reach you at, and typically within 24, 48 hours, I'll be in touch.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you very much for all you do. Have a great week. We'll talk next Friday.
You too, man. Take care.